What's up, guys? Chad here with the Reptile Rangers. Now we're at the Kernersville Reptile Zoo and Medical Center again today, and we're going to talk about garbage reptile products. This is going to be episode number 1. We're going to actually have quite a few of these episodes as we go along over time of just absolute trashy garbage reptile products that not just you can find in a pet store, but I mean online or any other places. It's cheap junk, or even sometimes it's expensive junk that's just a big waste of time to buy for your reptile habitat, terrarium, vivarium, or desert habitat, however that case may go. All right, now before we get into that, right here in this corner right there is our subscriber button. Make sure you hit that. If you're on your cell phone, you're going to have to widen it up to the full screen, and you'll see that right over there in the corner. And we appreciate you hitting the subscribe button and following along week after week after week. All right, so let's get started in this simple video of garbage reptile products, episode number 1. Number 1, hands down, the biggest piece of trash that is out there inside of the reptile world is these plastic junk thermometer and hygrometers, okay? Hygrometers, however you choose to say that, and thermometers. These analog plastic pieces of crap, some of them are double, and as you've been seeing, I'm popping pictures up here to show you different examples of this piece of crap right here, just like these that have been popping up. These are absolute waste of time, and some of these things can get kind of pricey for no more than what they're made out of and no more than what they are. The biggest problem is a lot of the times these things can be as much as 10 plus degrees off, and that's a big deal when it comes to an ectothermic or cold-blooded animal. There needs to be incredible dexterity when it comes to knowing exactly what the temperature is within maybe a degree or two, but within 10 to 15 degrees, that's a big problem. Humidity is the same thing, like with the hygrometers. And sometimes some of these plastic pieces of crap can be registering anything from 60 to 70% humidity, and it's only 25, or it could even be reading 20 to 25% humidity, and it's actually 60 plus to 70 plus percent humidity inside of your habitat. So again, episode number 1 is do not buy these plastic analog pieces of junk, okay? Now, I've got some other examples of good options to buy. All right, so the first cheap one would be this thing right here. All right, it's cheap. It's a cheaper one, and they don't tend to last as long. They run off of a hearing aid battery, or like one of those batteries that you would put in a hearing aid, or a lot of different things now anyways, but we still know them as hearing aid batteries. This thing right here actually does a pretty good job. You can see the cord. You can stick it on. You can stick it on to the glass or to the enclosure. You got a piece back here for a suction cup where a suction cup will go in, and then you can suction cup the probe pretty much anywhere inside the tank. This probe is what registers the temperature, okay? Now, some of the ones like this have a open hole, and it registers both the temperature and the humidity, okay? Now, there's other options such as this right here, which is a digital place-in thermometer, and some of them also come with thermometer hygrometers or hygrometers, both on the same aspect, okay? Another good option, basically anything that's digital is much better than anything that's analog, all right, to start with. But one of the ones that I love the best as far as thermometers goes is a temperature gun. Pretty much instantly, as you can see right here, point click, whatever it touches, right there's my forehead, whatever this touches, it's instantly going to tell you the temperature. So all it is point click, point click, point click, point click. The disadvantage with some of your digital thermometers, like this one or this one right here, is when you move it from one place to another, it takes just a short amount of time before it will actually register what the correct temperature of that placement is. With this right here, point and click, and it's done. These are absolutely fantastic. Probably one of my favorite things to use is a temperature gun, laser or infrared, either way. Infrared, you do have to get a little bit closer because no laser comes out of it. You have to get close. It's kind of like the things that everybody's using for all this COVID stuff. But this right here, whatever the laser touches, it tells you instantly what the temperature is. All right, now, this has been Garbage Reptile Products, What Not to Buy, episode number 1. Hands down, number 1 is these crappy analog, trashy pieces of plastic junk. Do not buy these to put inside of your reptile habitat because you will never get an accurate temperature or humidity reading. Make sure you're using something that is digital, or even as much as a temperature gun. Again, this is Chad. We appreciate you following along week after week after week. Hopefully this has been helpful. Make sure to hit the subscribe button, the like button, hit the bell for notifications. Make sure to write us in. Let us know of things you want us to film about. Just like this episode, many people are, and we're trying to keep caught up with episodes that folks want us to film about for their education. We also will have our information in the description below. For those that need to get in touch with us, people are all the time for medical questions, for housing questions, feeding questions. We're happy to help folks out. Our information will be down there for that reason. We appreciate you leaving comments as well, and we'll either see you here on the zoo or we'll see you on the next episode. Later.